Welcome back to a series so sparky. Even Clash Royale subscribed. In today's video, NPC streamer Valkyrae has turned around and backstabbed Jellywig's girlfriend, QT Cinderella, saying that she's too white. Context: QT was being cancelled by Twitter and Hasan fans for hanging out with the FaZe guys who apparently made some homophobic jokes. Asmongold has responded, absolutely loving this. Stable Ronaldo from FaZe has responded to the allegations, saying they are bullshit. QT is now crying on stream, apologizing for offending her ultra-woke community. Modern Day Scholar XQC has responded, cooking everybody. Mentally ill Twitter users are sharing examples of FaZe allegedly being homophobic. FaZe Lacey has responded. FaZe Adapt has responded. Jellywig is back, addressing the backlash from defending Hasan. Subscribe or you turn into a pathetic, spineless streamer.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so context for the new drama. Jellywig's girlfriend, QT, is receiving an insane amount of backlash for saying that she does not cut off people who make homophobic or racist jokes like the FaZe guys. Here's the clip.
Lacey makes some homophobic jokes sometimes that I am not comfortable with the homophobic jokes Lacey has made. Lacey knows that he can't make those jokes around me. If I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No.
Right, so after that, Hasan fans and her own community were eating her alive for this because she didn't pass their purity test. Now, her good friend Valkyrae decided to throw her under the bus, backstabbing her. Valkyrae reacts to QT Cinderella catching heat on social media.
I did tell her, I was like, QT, I do think your tone doesn't help because you inherently sound really angry all the time. You sound really, and she knows. I was like, you're very blunt. I think it's your tone, you're blunt, and it just comes off poorly, especially, and I was like, you're also the whitest woman I know. And it also is just, you being so white. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. But I know her. I know her heart. It's just because she wants to help, but I feel like there's ways we can do it better.
Right. So she's the whitest woman you know. You're just so white that it doesn't help. Interesting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this just sounding very racist? Because I'm just thinking, what would happen if you replaced white with any other race? Imagine you said, you being so black, it doesn't help, right? You're just so bleh, right? It's just a crazy thing to say that I actually don't even want to say it to be clipped out of context, right? That's how brain rotted these people are. She's supposed to be the woke beacon of goodness, right? And here she is being explicitly racist. I mean, I don't know about you, that definitely sounds like something Hasan Piker's girlfriend would definitely say, right? A Hasan orbiter through and through, literally using his entire mannerisms and absurd logic as well. She did the same thing before with, how can you talk about Hasan zapping his dog when there's a genocide going on?
You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff.
Makes no sense, makes everything about Israel-Palestine just zero logic. Pure responded, she's got to be talking about the actual color of her skin because there's no way I just heard a white girl talk about another white girl being so white. If this isn't racism, then what the fuck is? We got Wade Plemons, the boxing commentator, saying the irony of some of the most privileged people in the world calling each other privileged over their skin color. These people don't know a damn thing about real life. The LA streamer cult are the fakest, virtue-signaling influencer robots in the world. W. Wade Plemons. That's why his name starts with a W right there. I mean, I gotta agree. This whole cult of influencers here are the most fake people in the entire world. And the fact that they call other people privileged when they are like multi-millionaires is just insane to me. People that care about race a lot. White supremacists, Hasan, and Hasan's girlfriend. Those are the three groups of people, guys. So now we're throwing casual racism onto her NPC. Like Persona, very bold strategy. I don't know if like everyone's a Pegasus fan. I guess everybody's a Pegasus fan. This is amazing. We're just co-opting the language of the spear entirely. Very bold strategy. I'm allergic to the sun and this dumb bitch is whiter than my legs. What is happening? Right, so Asmongold responded giving more context here.
And anyway, Valkyrie told Cutie part of the reason why she's receiving backlash is because she's being so white.
Context.
One of the most popular and most progressive streamers is getting cancelled for saying this.
In my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. But I still love my family. And what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them.
She right.
Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. Period. The end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
She's getting canceled for being normal.
You can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere.
I did tell her, I was like, Cutie, you being so white. It doesn't help.
The fact is that a lot of the people that are hating on Cutie do genuinely hate white people. Cutie Cinderella said she wouldn't drop a racist is the craziest, the most privileged shit I've ever seen. People are furious at her about this. I hate when white people say the dumbest shit then try to act innocent.
I was uncomfortable. Obviously, as you could see in the clips, you know who I am, you know what I stand for. If you're someone who's been watching me, then you already know. If you're a first-time chatter and you're just joining off of clips that you've seen on TikTok and you don't know shit about me or that you're going to make.
Roach
but
out.
people who know me and know my
They're roaching
character
out.
and know what the I stand for, know how I'm gonna go about this.
This is what happens. They will throw you under the bus in a second.
Dude, oh my god. These people are so pathetic. I have never seen a group of people so unbelievably fake. So what do they actually want Cutie to do? That's what I'm confused about. Do they want her to literally disown her own dad and then like report him to the police or something for being racist, transphobic Nazi? Like, it's just unbelievable. And this is exactly what I've been saying all along, right? These people will do these sort of unlimited purity tests and eventually you will be eaten alive by them as well, because you cannot, right? You cannot, as a streamer, pander to these fucking mentally ill morons. They don't even know what they're talking about half the time. They will switch their opinion like this, okay? They're just trying to attach themselves to whatever the popular movement is at the moment, right? Right, so then Stable Ronaldo from FaZe responds because they have been calling him and his friends racist and homophobic.
Calling us transphobes, racist, whatever it is. I don't even know what the words they're saying. Now,
I don't even know it. Home phone?
You're literally just anything your community says, you realize you're like, what? You have a filter.
Oh, bro. Oh my god. He's just saying it. Thank you, bro. Fucking thank you.
She literally was so nice to us. I'm so confused. And now she's agreeing with people and that she's uncomfortable with what Cutie's saying.
Yep,
what is...
Yeah, bro. She switched up on you real quick because she don't give a fuck about you. She only went to your event, man, because you're popular.
And of course, I'm gonna assume that you're just gonna make the assumptions that...
So this person was literally at Silky's birthday. You've asked Adapt to collab. Been with Jason a ton of times, collabed, or whatever, been around. You're at Jason's concert. You literally have talked to me off stream saying, oh, blah, 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 like, how are you, blah, blah, you're killing it, blah, blah. I literally saw you 2 days at Silky's birthday, and you were on my stream with Cutie Cinderella. And you were, I'm pretty sure she was at our 4th of July party. But because you're seeing tweets on the internet calling us transphobes, racist, whatever it is, I don't even know what the words they're saying. Now it's, oh yeah, I'm uncomfortable with her statements. You were not uncomfortable with your statements. You're literally just anything your community says, you realize you're like, what? You have a filter, it seems like what are you doing?
You're going to make.
She literally was so nice to us. I'm so confused. And now she's saying she's agreeing with people and that she's uncomfortable with what Cutie's saying. What is...
But people who know...
It seems to be whatever your community says, you get worried about. You get worried about what your community says because that's how you make your money. And you have to do it exactly what they say. You don't. This isn't real fans, by the way. Fans aren't just fans for holding you accountable. Fans are people that support you and understand your point of view or your statements. Anything that your community says, it seems like you just agree with instantly. How are people going to call us homophobic and transphobic? We've never even... What have we done that's anywhere near that? We fucking saved the gay dude from himself, for God's sake.
I mean, exactly. Ronaldo got it spot on there. This is exactly what happens when you pander to these ultra woke communities. These are basically Hassan adjacent communities where they share a lot of their fan base. And we saw all of the people that were criticizing QT as well for simply talking about Asmongold and stuff were from Hassan's Twitter community, right? Because they even have a podcast together. They have very similar fan bases. And can I just say, I love that this is happening. I love that this entire fake streamer complex is crumbling and coming crashing down. And this all started from Hassan zapping his dog. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe it? That one domino set off so many chain events and everybody is exposing themselves for being the biggest piece of shit ever. And I just got a PSA to any of the people who realize that their favorite community or their favorite streamer is a piece of shit, right? You need to come over here and press subscribe to Pegasus, okay? Because this is one of the few places where we actually have common sense, actually use our brain, and it's ironically very rare on the internet. So come join the squad, okay? We're not gonna cry if you breathe in the wrong direction like these psychopaths. You can't fight hate with hate, instantly canceled by people who only know hate, still has contact with her dad, gets called out for acting white, figures. I think they're jealous QT has a dad. Martin Luther King is quoted as saying, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Was he also being so white? Yeah, these people are unironically the most racist while calling other people racist. And I've literally been saying this stuff for years. If you watch some of my older videos, this is the exact same stuff I've been saying. And this is just manifesting itself into these streamer dramas because this reflects the current culture at hand. Strangest sentence I've heard. Honestly, that's just like a weird thing to say. And clearly Valkyrae is so completely brain rotted that she thinks that she can appeal to the woke mob by saying this type of stuff, right? Like you can support all of these progressive and liberal causes without being an explicit fucking racist or some weird whack job who looks down on an entire group of people because of their skin color. Imagine being normal and getting canceled. 2025. Cults are the ones that demand you cut off family members. There are like, you know, very specific instances under which you would be cutting off family members, but something like this, by the way, she said her dad is transphobic. Now, what exactly did your dad say? I need to know the context as well, because people like QT will call anybody transphobic. So I don't, you know, we would have to cross-examine that as well. Right, so after this, QT actually went on stream and started crying and apologizing for all of this. And that is obviously just not the right move. QT Cinderella apologizes to the people she's hurt.
I'm really sorry. Like, again, I've heard what a lot of people are saying, and I am sorry for the hurt that I've caused people. I'm really sorry. Like, again, if you don't want this apology, then it's not for you. And clearly you're not hurt, but I'm apologizing to people that I've hurt, and that's important to me. So if you're a part of the community and I've hurt you, I am sorry. If you are a person of color who I have hurt, I am sorry. I am. I really am. I think the way I was wording things was very like irresponsible and wrong. And I'm sorry. This is not about me. It's annoying that I'm chill. I'm fine. I don't articulate myself well, which means I can't really be upset if what I'm trying to convey is misunderstood. Because like, don't get me wrong. At first I was like, how could that be taken this way? And then I listened and I learned and I said, oh my God, I feel so irresponsible for my own wording. I really do. And I'm sorry for that. I watched it back. I understand why it was hurtful. I've read the comments, believe it or not.
Okay, it's official. Jellywig and QT are the perfect couple. Both are completely spineless. I mean, what is this? We literally got King and Queen Jellyfish here. Let me just break this down for you. We got a full-grown woman, right, crying because idiots on Twitter and Hassan's brain-dead fan base decided to relentlessly harass her for simply mentioning Asmongold, right? For simply interacting with the FaZe guys, right? For not disowning her dad and, I don't know, performing a citizen's arrest for her dad being like, I don't know, transphobic. Again, we don't know what he said or anything. I'm just like actually watching a level of patheticness I have never witnessed in my life. I mean, I just can't believe that these are full-grown adults in like their 30s and stuff, right? And they still care about the opinions of some mentally ill teenager typing on Twitter. I mean, what even was her crime? Like, all she did was say that, hey, I'm not gonna disown my dad and I'm not gonna stop hanging out with my friends who made like 1 or 2 offhand jokes or whatever. And by the way, I'm obviously defending her in this situation because she's obviously in the right here, and that just proves I'm super fair because I obviously don't like her. She's a Hassan defender, a #1 Hassan Glazer, has a podcast with him. I don't like her. Yet, I still go out of my way to defend her because this is wrong. This is wrong. And that's why you come to this channel for objective coverage. Pure Responded has one humanizing moment on stream, immediately canceled on TikTok or Twitter. Friends distance themselves despite agreeing in the moment, forced to cry and beg for forgiveness. This is the culture now, and it's crazy. I mean, I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. Never apologize to the mob, QT. All you said is that you should love people and your family, even if you disagree, and they're canceling you for that. You have nothing to apologize for, and the mob will continue to devour you as they demand more and more from you. True. Man, I hate these freaking apologies. Why are streamers so damn cocked to the lamest clowns on the internet? They'll get mad over nothing. Streamers need to have a backbone. Don't ask that of Jellywig and female Jellywig. QT Cinderella and Ludwig's wedding gonna happen on a fence. That is a diabolical tweet. Diabolical. 23k likes. Right, so she continues addressing the haters. QT Cinderella regrets her cease and desist comments. Right, so context. Apparently there was a clip going around of QT saying that she's going to send a cease and desist to people uploading her VOD, right? She wanted to delete this stream and then she responded to it.
Someone said that there's someone uploading my VOD onto Twitter. Is that what you said? If you could send my mod the username, I will happily send them a cease and desist. Or you can give them a heads up for me. Or if they're watching this right now, I will sue you. Quite literally. I'm not afraid of doing that. When I have a VOD unlisted and I choose not to upload it to make money for myself, you're not allowed to take advantage of the content that I am creating that you are doing nothing for without my permission. There's lots of people that do it with my permission. But again, let me know the second you have that Twitter account and I will send it over to my lawyer right now. A misconception about DMCA strikes. Since the VOD was deleted, I did a singing stream after. I've been wanting to do a singing stream. If you watch me, you know that. And whenever I do singing streams, I delete the VOD because I'm embarrassed of my singing. And I started the singing stream and I sang some of my unreleased music. I sang 3 of my unreleased songs, and then people were threatening to upload that. And so, yes, admittedly, I was on edge and I was being a bitch about that. And I recognize that even saying this now, that might happen, that people might upload my unreleased songs. But I wanted to clear the record, and I was only thinking of my music being released. But I understand how that's being perceived now as QT is copy striking anyone that posted the convo. I'm not. I've not sent out one copy strike. And even if you uploaded my music now, I don't know if I'd do anything. So that's it sucks that that's where it went. I have, I even went into my mod Discord the second it happened, and I said, if you see anyone upload my music, let me know. That's what it was about.
Okay, so she's saying that she was threatening people because of the music, right? And not because she wanted to hide this whole conversation about being friends with the FaZe guys, etc. I don't really know what's exactly true here. You can choose to believe her. I just think this entire situation really exposed how these sort of communities act, right? And if this was my fan base, right? No joke, I would never come online again. I would legitimately leave the internet and question my entire existence, because if my fan base was this unbelievably insufferable, I would have a hard time waking up in the morning and posting any videos or interacting with them at all, because then I'd be like, okay, these guys are just freaks, right? Now, luckily, I have the best community in the world. Obviously, 10 out of 10, everybody subscribed to Pegasus is the greatest human on the planet. This has been scientifically proven by me, of course, right? And is just guaranteed to succeed in life in every which way, right? It's just a law of the universe, some say. Now, the thing about QT and this whole drama is that I want to defend her, and I am. But I also have to say that this is partly her fault, right? She is the one who has ingratiated herself into all of these communities, right? Constantly trying to be super, super woke, still trying to apologize and pander to these communities, and you are nesting in Hassan's house, right? You know, establishing yourself in these communities, doing the podcast with him. Is it any surprise that this is going to be your fan base? This is why I've been telling everybody, you never want to become a Hassan Orbiter. Worst mistake of anyone's life. Clearly, she did not watch the legendary series rated 15 out of 10 on Amazon, ranked #1 entertainment in the entire world. Game of Thrones was put out of business by me, by my series, right? So this is what happens when you don't watch the legendary series. This is your life, guys. You just get canceled by mentally ill morons. So that's why you gotta tell everybody to watch the series. Thank you. Pure responded, why can't these streamers just stand on business? You would need a spine for that. Not there in the Jellywig household. Stop pandering and lying to the worst of your community. Not everybody's going to like you, and the ones that matter value honesty over performative bullshit. Spot on. Ah yes, her music. QT known for her musical endeavors. Why you always lying? We got the Anakin liar. She's crashing out harder than Mizkif. Like, the fact that this is actually becoming like an equally sized drama is just crazy to me. Moving on to the 1 million IQ genius, the modern day Socrates himself, XQC. He has responded,
If somebody says something racist, okay, I'll still say, well, that was pretty racist. But I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't hurt me. Like, I don't care to the extent that it hurts me. I can still say that it is what it is. I think both can be true. You can call something for what it is without being a snowflake. Is that fair enough? If somebody said, when people do racism against white people, right? I don't go, oh my God, guys. I go, well, that's fucking racist. And I move on. It is what it is, but it's still racist. Like, what?
You're also the whitest woman I know.
Okay, so, guys, what could that even mean? Yes, genuinely. I'm not trying to act offended. I swear I'm not.
You being so white. It doesn't help. It doesn't help, but
Silence the white people. She white. The fall of everybody who is a slave to their audience. Everybody's falling. Bang, 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 bang. Everybody's falling for this. This is crazy. One single zap, a few volts in some necklace. GG. The fall of LA. That is outrageous. Just because the man wouldn't fucking go, yo, Kaya, actually, let me see what you're wearing. I'll show the chat. That's it. All it takes. Was it that hard? Chat.
I was wording things was very
Chat. This inherently,
wrong.
generally,
And I'm sorry.
actually kind of makes some of the FaZe guys look like racist or homophobic. Like, if there's nothing to apologize for, right? And you make an apology, it means that there's wrongdoing. And you're kind of shoveling that back onto them.
This is not about me.
I don't know why you would do that.
The way I articulate it, I ignored how privileged I am to be able to navigate my relationships that way.
What?
I didn't make it clear that I'll always fight bigotry and I'll always try to be a good role model and a good influence. But I want to be a good ally, and I want to be a positive influence, not just for streamers, but for like very young, impressionable audiences.
Brother,
difficult
she threw
to
you
navigate
under
in
the bus.
existence lately,
Nobody gives a
and
f about this fucking
I started
zero
ranting
viewer
inappropriately.
TikTok
I won't pretend like that
panderer
was
Andy.
the space for that.
Nobody
It wasn't.
cares.
okay, so XQC actually gets it. Nobody cares about Froggen 2.0 or whatever the heck she is, okay? And my God, bro, put that one Patrick meme of him listening to Squidward's clarinet and just like instantly falling asleep. That is me right now listening to QT go, I tried to make my community a safe space, a safe space. I'm a good little princess. Look at me. I'm such a good person. That's Jellywig's girlfriend, all right. Jesus Christ, bro. Give me a break, bro. How does anybody watch these people? Do these people not want to watch an actual real person instead of someone who just tells you exactly what you want to hear, never deviates 1 inch, never uses their brain at all, never uses common sense and logic? Don't you want to watch an actual person with real opinions, a non-NPC? Twitch is an insane asylum. At this point, kind of. Bullied and apologizing for something others did. How are people so easy to changing their minds on what they believe? Stand on the shit. Holy fuck. It's because they're doing whatever they can to to try to maintain their career, right? They are so unbelievably terrified of losing what they have, losing their career, losing viewership. And that's why they try to attach themselves to all of this. They try to appease their community, and they don't realize that is the thing that's going to make you lose your career, by not being a real person. If nothing else, Ludwig really did find the perfect partner. True. Both are spineless. True. 100 missed calls from Hassan. I don't think there's a single vertebrae in that household. Moving on to the FaZe guys. So Twitter users are giving an example of FaZe guys apparently being non-LGTV friendly. Look at the positive effect that QT has had on the FaZe boys. Her approach to being an SLGB... S? Where did the S come from? I plus ally. Ali is showing stunning results. And this is their example of FaZe being homophobic.
You ready for girls' night? I'm hyped. Oh my goodness, girly pop. Here, jump up and down and do girly pop. He changed the bathroom. He looks so good. You're such a cutie. Here, let's do it. Wait. Girly pop, girly pop, girly pop. Girly pop, girly pop, girly pop. Come on, Dad, come on.
I have that emote.
Come on.
I have that emote. Oh.
Clock it.
Right, so that's the examples of them being homophobic. Are you kidding me? I mean, can you guys not take a joke? Oh my god. I mean, from what I understand, that is just them goofing around and trying to be funny. I mean, isn't this just what the FaZe guys do? I mean, I find it insane that this is their best example of them being like these bigots, homophobes who don't like gay people, whatever. I mean, you gotta get a grip, you mentally ill Twitter users. Imagine being offended by something like this. How difficult must your life actually be? Because every time you encounter a little bit of hardship, a little bit of pushback, a little bit of joking around, even on the internet, you just get stun locked and you get a fit of rage or whatever. Have you not seen actual homophobia or actual racism? If this is something you're concerned with, you have never been oppressed. You have legitimately never been oppressed. It was girls' night, not gay night. They're acting like typical LA women. So, I mean, you're not allowed to make fun of people now. Caseytron need a gay man to mock stereotypical straight man culture in a similar fashion, but then I realized that I have to slay slurs and essay a woman. As usual, Casey with the best takes. She didn't say the word incel. Congratulations. She is one tweet sober. Yes, let's cancel them for making their voices higher. Double standards are crazy because when Pogger streamers bait, it's perfectly fine. Y'all are so regarded. So anyways, the FaZe guys have responded. Let's start with Ron and Lacey. They're confused about how FaZe became the face of homophobia after the QT Cinderella situation. That's why you don't collab with these idiotic communities, right? But they obviously just want to grow their brand more.
I'm actually like so confused on what is like how do we always end up in shit when we don't do anything?
I was just telling my shirt about this. In the last week,
Stop saying I have a headset, Dan.
2 streamers have gotten banned for sexual assault. One got accused of sexual assault, and another got accused of hurting their rabbits. And somehow FaZe is the trending topic of homophobia and racism because we did a girls' night.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, bro. We did a girls' night where we drank wine, did karaoke, ate food, and yeah. I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I gotta mute my mic. I don't want to be around you. I found out you're a homophobe. I found out you're transphobic, and I don't want to be around you, man. I just feel like it's what my community. I want to make sure I grow still. Okay.
What?
No, I want to grow still on the internet, so I have to stop talking to you. It's just I don't actually believe that you do that. I'm just.
I have good news too.
What?
I actually just fired Drew.
You fired Drew?
Yeah.
Why?
He told me he was gay.
Oh. Okay. Let me unmute.
So here's what. Oh, no. You know what? No. Let's talk about the real. Here's what happened. She was in a Discord call. Cutie said something where Cutie was right. Vanilla agreed with it, and then because of the lashback and hate she got from her community, she caved in, went live, and now is throwing Cutie under the bus. I don't care. I'm going to say how it is. That's literally what's happening. That is literally exactly what is happening.
Yup, exactly. They got a little bit of heat from Twitter and immediately folded. But I'm really glad that the FaZe guys do not seem to give a fuck, right? I can respect them a little bit more because of them not actually bending the knee, nor giving the, usual jellyfish response of immediately apologizing and being like, oh my God, no, I'm so sorry for offending you, right? You know you didn't do shit wrong, then don't apologize, right? So doubly response from Ron and Lacey there. If FaZe is homophobic and transphobic, then literally everybody is. They're some of the most inclusive people you'll ever see. This is so funny. Miz got caught assaulting Emmy, but QT got more hate than him. Oh boy, we got the Casey essay, opinion on the QT drama. When Vanilla Mae started getting popularity, I was so excited and adored her. Okay, now I don't like her. Finally, a massive Really? Popular female creator building something for the girls, for the gays, and for everyone who thrives in que-centered spaces. As someone who values communities where Q and femininity are central, the bar is much higher. LGTV, FaZe Clan bigotry, tone-deaf homophobic, rub people the wrong way, was trying to impose a male-centric culture, normalization. Oh my god, bro. I think Vanilla choosing to pause collaborations is smart. Of course she supports that. The creator sphere can be extremely effed up. QT isn't our enemy. She's an ex-Mormon, a white woman with a savior complex. Once told me another white woman with a savior complex, you don't build bridges by burning them. Love and light. Also, I was high as Casey is still spending her budget on weed, bro. You can't be serious. You're about to go bankrupt. Ethan is suing you. Save some of that money, my god. Lol, you calling QT another white woman with the savior complex? You're also another white woman. The same homophobic FaZe boys that supported Sketch when the OF thing blew up overnight. Exactly. They just completely ignore the actual examples of, you know, open support, right? Moving on to FaZe Adapt's response.
Who's saying we're racist? Who's racist? And homophobic. What? And transphobic. Damn. Anything else? Is there... Oh, and misogynistic. Okay. Racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic. Don't say they're saying that I fake trick shot. Don't fucking say that they're saying that too. Because then I'm about to really get mad. Have they said that as well?
Adapt focusing on the real issues here. Bro does not fake his trick shots. You can accuse him of anything. Racism, bigotry, whatever. Do not accuse him of faking his trick shots. That is a step too far. Base response, but he's one of the OGs. Obviously, he's not going to be this overly woke moron. Moving on to a close friend of FaZe, Marlon, apologizes to his chat for taking a picture with a Jewish fan.
Yeah. I'm the self-guy. It makes me look a little thinner.
I like that. You got new angles, right? Am I right? Yeah. With Free Palestine, wait, what happened? Yeah, the chain of what? I didn't realize that, chat. My fault. I'm be honest. I didn't see nothing, but Free Palestine for sure though. Always, man.
Oh my god. Guys, are we serious? Does he got like Hassan fans in the chat or something? Is that a Jew? Dude, these people are like actual psychos, man. I'm like actually speechless. I'd rather die than adhere to this nonsense, apologizing to chat for something he doesn't even understand. Oh, what's the current thing I gotta say? Oh yeah, Free Palestine, yo. Oh, sorry, my bad, yo. Free Palestine. Yo, thanks for the 50 gifted. Idiocracy is really real. What, in 1942 Germany is this insanity? If it was the 1930s or 40s, Twitch HQ would endorse the Nazi party? Pretty much. Media got all the kids thinking any Jewish person is evil. Like, this is the effect of Hassan Piker, guys. This is legitimately the effect. Does this community know that Ron, Marlon's friend, is Jewish, lol? Being Jewish is not equal to being a horrible person. Are you kidding me? That's what I learned from Hassan. Stop going against my leader, bro. FaZe, most diverse content group on the internet. Supports Palestine against ICE, donates hundreds of thousands to their earnings. Vocal in the support of women and women's rights. Treated like H-Man incarnates. Make it make sense. Moving on to my favorite man, Jillywig. That was a good one. Context, Ludwig recently betrayed Hassan saying it's 100% a shot caller. Then he took it back and jumped on Hassan's Piker saying it's a vibration caller because somebody sent him pictures. Now he's getting more backlash, so he's responding. Ludwig reflects on his streaming privilege and asks audience to not defend him.
You know, how do you have a strong mental? Because, like, I do shit deserving of criticism. I do shit that's not deserving of criticism I still criticize for. But what I realize above everything is that I have one value, which is to hopefully entertain you guys. And if I'm not providing that value, you should drop me. And I never want you to defend me for something I've done wrong or something I haven't done wrong, but people are still flaming me for. Because I think that only serves to hurt your life, get you sucked into a Twitter, Reddit conversation, which is just unnecessary. And I'll be good. I'm okay. You know, I think if the downside of getting the greatest job I could ever hope to ask for is occasionally getting some shit online, then that's a fair trade-off. And I appreciate, because I do see a lot of people who reach out to me in DMs asking if I'm okay and all that, and I'm good. And thank you guys for reaching out. But never go further. I never want that audience that ride or dies for me in that way, where, you know, no matter what happens, you defend me. Because ultimately, you got to understand that the only thing I do is try to showcase myself in the best light possible. You'll never know who I am behind closed doors. You'll never know who any streamer is behind closed doors. Everything we do to a degree is self-serving because we want to be seen as good as possible. We want to grow as much as possible. We want to be as successful as possible for as long as possible. So, you know, ultimately you end up defending someone you don't know, and then what was all that time worth?
Okay, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Hassan there, saying that he ended up defending somebody he doesn't know much about, right? And he's seemingly having those regrets again. But he's like a flip-flopping Magikarp, bro. Now, he also said, don't defend me, basically, to his community, because he sort of knows the shit he's done wrong as well. Also, he said that he tries to appear like a very good guy online, so, you know, don't think that this is his actual character or whatever. Now, he thinks that everybody else does that and is equally spineless, but that's not true, obviously. I have no problem being a dickhead if I know I'm right, and if people disagree with me, I will just tell them, and I have no problem standing on business. If a bunch of mentally deranged Hassan fans want to cry in my comments and my social media saying that I'm racist and homophobic, it does not affect me in the slightest, because I know I'm not, right? I don't give a fuck. They can cry and continue living their miserable, pathetic life, and I will stay winning. Thank you very much. Now, as for Ludwig, I do feel bad for him a little, but also, like, again, like QT, he did this to himself. All of the statements is him talking, right? Like, everything he's done is just him. Nobody's mind controlling him. Okay, maybe Hassan is zapping him. Okay, maybe he's not free, guys. But honestly, he'd be a great creator if he just sort of stays out of drama and he doesn't pull like a Johan Liebert and try to kill his friends or something. That was a bit cringe. But anyways, he seems to be reflecting. So anyways, I wish him the best, right? Also, thanks for the views. Much appreciated. Oh, we're not defending you, Ludwig. Ludwig baffles me. He goes from one extreme to the other in terms of me liking or disliking him. He's just sort of like, he's like a magnetic needle sort of adjusting and trying to predict which way will get him the least backlash, but he just guesses wrong every single time. Now click this video for a delicious combination of peanut butter and chocolate, one of my favorite combos. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.